Good evening and welcome to Black News Tonight. I'm Marc Lamont Hill. We got so much coming up tonight. We want to talk first about the CDC because the CDC is updating its mask guidance as coronavirus cases continue to rise. The CDC recommends people in counties with a significant spread of COVID-19 should wear masks indoors and in public, whether they have been vaccinated or not. In addition, the CDC says all school teachers, staff, students, and visitors in K-12 schools should also wear masks. Officials revised their guideline for wearing masks in response to the spread of the Delta variant and new evidence that shows vaccinated people can still spread COVID-19 if they develop a breakthrough infection, even if they don't show any symptoms associated with the coronavirus.
We have new science related to the Delta variant that requires us to update the guidance regarding what you can do when you are fully vaccinated.
Gymnast superstar, we might as well call her what she is. She is the GOAT. Simone Biles shockingly announced her withdrawal from the U.S. team finals in the Tokyo Olympics this morning. The 24-year-old says that it's time to focus on her mental health. Biles wiped tears during a post-press conference as she talked about her decision.
It's been really stressful, this Olympic Games. I think just as a whole, not having an audience, there are a lot of different variables going into it. It's been a long week. It's been a long Olympic process. It's been a long year. So just a lot of different variables, and I think we're just a little bit too stressed out, but we should be out here having fun, and sometimes that's not the case.
We've talked about the dehumanization of black women athletes on this show before, many of them choosing to take a step back and properly focus on their mental health. Simone Biles, Naomi, Osaka, and even Sha'Carri Richardson dealing with pressure, depression, and even loss while performing at the highest levels. Joining me now to talk more about this is a mental health expert, one of BNC's favorites, and of course, one of Black News Tonight's favorites, Jane Marc. She is, of course, our mental health and wellness expert. Jane, always good to see you. What did you make of what happened today?
Well, you know, today when I saw, of course, I was here at the station this morning when that occurred, and I couldn't really figure out what was going on, but when I saw this young woman come forward and make the statement, I thought, she essentially knew what she was doing. When you go back and you look at her history, she's always been pretty frank about her positive feelings about mental health and therapy and taking care of yourself. But what came out today was not only was she in therapy, but she's also, taking medication. And, that speaks so loudly for athletes in general. And when it comes to elite athletes, we know that 35% of them experience anxiety and depression just regularly without the Olympics. And the Olympics is such a huge deal. And think about the pressure that she was experiencing. She had to be going through a lot to take this step. I mean, my feeling, again, as a therapist, was that I wonder if she was feeling panic or if she'd had some breakthrough depressive episode or she felt paralyzed. All these things could have been happening, but for her to take that step, I think, speaks loudly for these young trailblazers. They're doing what they need to do for their health, for their mental health.
And I'm glad you said that they're doing what they need to do for their mental health. There are people out there who are trying to say she wasn't tough enough, she couldn't handle the pressure. I'm like, this woman, plays with broken toes, she deals with depression, she's dealt with all sorts of personal trauma. She has spoken out about all of it and still excelled at the highest level and has essentially been the greatest ever to do what she does.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's not about that, it's about it's about taking care of yourself. Now, what does it mean to come to this determination that I'm going to pull out of an activity even when things are going well? When you lose, it's easy to say, I need to take care of myself. But she's performing at the highest level. Things seem to be going well. What does it mean for not just for her, but for any of us to say, look, life is good, but I still need to take care of myself?
Yeah, but I think in her case, she had multiple responsibilities, not just taking care of herself, but the team as well. And my sense of it, and again, I'm looking at it from a therapist standpoint, is that it was more to it than just what we're seeing as far as the story. I think it was smart that she did that. I think she did it for the good of the greater good. And for people to be critical of that, they don't know her story. You have not walked in her shoes. It's extraordinary to be, first of all, an elite athlete, and on top of it, being a black female elite athlete, and she's been at it for years. And, you know, when you get to this point, emotionally, she had to have been exhausted. It doesn't show, you know, when she's in front of the camera, but I bet behind closed doors, emotionally, she's got to be exhausted.
No, absolutely. How do you get to that point in the context of athletics? You know, some of our favorite stories of athletes are, you know, Michael Jordan had the flu and still scored a lot of points, or so-and-so had a broken, Terrell Owens had a broken leg and still made it back to the Super Bowl. There's a way that we talk about overcoming physical injury and even stress and pain and fear and anxiety to perform at the highest athletic levels. How do we create space in athletics to say, look, it's okay to not be okay?
Well, you know, that's what these young women are doing. You think about it, you know, the tennis player, even the young girl who was a runner, what they're saying is you've got to step back. You know, in other words, when you get to that point where you feel overwhelmed, when you get to the point where you're not meeting your demands as far as you define them, because remember, athletes compete with themselves, and if they don't feel like they're performing at their best, and if there's something getting in the way, and if it's an emotional thing that's getting in the way, then what they've done, these three, just look at these three very powerful women, is they've said, look, I've got to take a step back, and yes, I may be at the top of my game, but if I don't, I'm not going to perform well. They know themselves. And the interesting thing about these girls is that they've also had an experience with therapy that communicates to other athletes, look, if you need help, go get help.
How do we know, if we're not supreme athletes, that we've had enough? What my audience is watching this, a lot of people are going through something. They're at work, they're in their relationships, they're dealing with something, some kind of stress, some kind of trauma. And they just keep sucking it up and keep on keeping it on, keep on. And you know, black women in particular have, you know, they carry so much of a burden, and they're often told to be strong and resilient and to be strong for the family, and as a result, they carry such a burden. How do you know when it's time to take a step back? How do you know when it's time to reach out for help?
What happens is that you're not able to, you're able to meet some of your daily demands, but not all of them. You know, you have usually a series of symptoms. You have difficulty sleeping, you have difficulty in your relationships, you have irritability, you can't concentrate. It takes you a long period of time just to get things done. You're functioning, but you're not functioning at your top level. And so, you know, while years you force yourself to get through it, that sometimes comes to a point where you just can't take it you can't do it one more step. And we say to these patients, look, you deserve some peace, you deserve to be happy. You know that you're emotionally exhausted, and it's time for you to take a break and get some help.
Absolutely. Well, we encourage everyone out there to get that help, take that break, find a therapist. There's other ways to get help and support, but therapy is a key way, and we advocate that for you here at Black News Tonight and really throughout the network. Jane, Thank you so much for joining me and giving us your brilliant insight as always. All right. Everybody, this just in, Ed Buck, formerly a high-level donor to Democratic politicians, was found guilty today of 9 federal charges related to the overdose deaths of 2 black gay men. It took the jury less than 5 hours to convict Buck of supplying the crystal meth that killed his victims, Jamel Moore, who died 4 years ago from today in 2017, and Timothy Dean, who died less than 2 years later. Relatives and friends of the 2 men, as well as survivors of Buck's years of abuse targeting mostly gay black men, spoke out at a press conference.
Just over the moon excited for victory for my brother, Timothy Dean. We loved him so much, and also I'm excited for victory for Jamel Moore and his mom. And Ed Buck, I'm so happy that he will never see the light of day again. That this trial was overwhelming. It was grueling. This man did some terrible things to human beings, and I'm just glad that they found him guilty.
This case is a representation of how much this city has neglected its community in a whole. This should have never happened. It would have never happened to Timothy Dean. We were protesting in front of Ed Buck's home for weeks and numerous times before Timothy Dean died. We could have saved him. We could have saved so many people, but nobody cared.
Ed Buck's conviction comes after years of activism in the black LGBTQ+ community, demanding that Buck be prosecuted for preying on scores of gay black men, coercing them into using hard drugs, sexually assaulting them, and driving them to overdose. This is one of the most gross cases that I have ever seen as a journalist or as a private citizen. What Ed Buck did was shameful. Ed Buck preyed on the vulnerable. He found people who were unhoused. He found people struggling with drug addiction. He found people who needed support, and instead of giving support, he gave them the opposite. He exploited them. He used their bodies as a playpen. He used their vulnerability as almost like a turn-on for him, both sexually and emotionally. Ed Buck represents the lowest possibilities of who we can be to each other in society. But the question is, how does somebody like Ed Buck continue to move? Well, part of why he's able to move the way he has is because the people who he was doing the harm to were considered disposable. They were young, they were black, they were gay, they were addicted to drugs, they were unhoused. When you have that combination of vulnerability, it becomes very easy to be disposable because no one really cares whether that population oftentimes sadly lives or dies. It didn't help that Ed Buck was also famous, or at least influential and powerful, and had money, and his money stretched, and he was connected to rich people. Do I think that there was some conspiracy to silence Ed Buck or to silence the Ed Buck case? Not necessarily. I think, unfortunately, it's not that intricate. It's not that sophisticated. Instead, it's that the powerful get ignored when they're doing harm, and the vulnerable get ignored when they're being harmed. And so it's our job to ring the bell. It's our job to put a spotlight on it. Activists did that. They stood in front of people's homes. They cried for justice. They demanded that the government pay attention, and they got justice. When we fight, we win. The problem is the we was too small. The we shouldn't have just been gay people. The we just shouldn't have been people who were friends of the victims. No, the we should have been every single person out here, because if a police officer had killed those black men, we'd be marching. If the men who were killed were white, the country would be crying. We can't have picks. We can't have differential standards based on who it is. We got to fight for everybody. And those of us who believe in freedom cannot rest until it is won for everybody. And so we will make sure here at Black News Tonight and everywhere that we answer that call, that we heed that call, that we provide access and spotlight on every single person out there who catches a situation like this, who catches hell like this, who is a victim of a monster like Ed Buck. We got to keep our eyes open, family. Anyway, be sure to join the conversation. We want to hear from you. So let us know what you think. Head over to our BNC Instagram and Twitter pages. Let us know. You can also go to our website. You can visit bnc.tv. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube page. I want you to do that tonight. Go to the YouTube page and check out clips from the show, but also subscribe to BNC News. It's worth it.